Hey, it's Edge here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for XRP. I'll cover wave analysis with Elliott Wave theory and provide multiple scenarios a price may take and explain why I prefer one count over another. Let's take a look at the different possibilities. Starting here on a very high time frame, we went through these options on the previous video, but again let's go through them fast here. One of the scenarios is saying that we had either one here or one here, so this could be shifted around here as well. In any case, we would have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 into a wave 1 of cycle up in here. The wave 2 cycle would be either done here around the March 2020 lows, or we would have this as some kind of three-way structure coming in later this year or next year possibly, giving us a low here in place for the wave 2. It is more normal to have this as some kind of zigzag pattern for the wave 2 rather than having a complex structure like so for the wave 2. The other scenario would be that we would have this as a 1, 2 already here. This would be a 1, 2, 3, 4 and then 5. At the moment, again, we have gone briefly beyond the previous wave 4 here of this lower degree, and yeah, that was the target area basically if we are looking this as a wave 4 instead. And then again we would be looking for this as a bullish structure from here on out. I got bearish scenarios that would be supporting the idea that we still have some structures coming down here, or again that we have completed a structure down here. So we can take a look at both of those next. Let's go to daily time frame and see if we can fit these ideas in here. Let's start with the bullish count first, in which we have this as a 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And yeah, that is basically the only bullish option I can see at the very moment. Then we would have three-way structure into wave W, A, B and C into X, and then again three-way structure into W, three waves into X, and now we would be looking for three waves into wave Y. Now there is a possibility that wave Y is not completed, and indeed we are looking for more bearish scenario, even regarding or even supporting the fact that we're going much lower down here, but it is still possible that we have already ended here as a zigzag, some kind of very short X wave. Now what I don't like about this is the fact that we did not even hit the 38.2 retracement here for the X wave, which I keep basically as a minimum. Otherwise this is basically the only option otherwise how I could fit something ending here. The other scenario here would be that we have this first leg here somehow as a 5-way move here. It is possible to place it like this, 5-way move, and then it's definitely possible to have this as 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 here, ending the count here as well. However, I have issues here on this structure. I'm not sure what that would be part of, if that would be the case, because I just don't see it being part of the C wave. It doesn't have anything needed here for the C wave. We can see this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pretty easily, and yeah, it just doesn't measure up as a supporting structure or a continuation of a structure that would start from here at all. We don't get anywhere close to the 0.618 here for the last leg here, so that's the reason I was going with this W here instead of anything else. Now this count would again suggest that we are done here, so let's go through the structures in very low time frame, basically the local structures that we have seen since the lows around the 18th of June. In here we would, if I again had to be placing bullish structures here, I would be placing it like this as a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 as a triangle, 5 into third of subminuet, fourth, and then again some kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into wave 5, completing a wave 1 or a wave A. Again, this is suggesting that we had something completed here, and one of the more bearish scenarios is that we have this as an A, B and C, but again that is not basically part of the bullish scenario in that sense. But again, if we are placing this as a 5-way structure, we have to always be mindful of if this can be a wave A, is it looking okay for that here? So after this, whatever this is, a 5-way structure here completing, we can see this as an A, B and C. C clearing out the lows of A, which is enough. We're going to be having this very wonky looking 5-way structure as a expanding diagonal, like so. I really can't get anything else here. Either the wave 4 would need to be, wave 3 would need to be here, and wave 4 here. And then we would have this very swift wave 5 here as a 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 into the third wave. So either of those could be working here, whichever you prefer. From these lows, again, if we are looking this as bullish, then I could be seeing this as a 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, meaning again a contracting leading diagonal into wave 1, and then now we would be looking for wave 2. There's some support areas that are pretty good and very nicely placed. We have some naked point of control right here at the golden pocket, in which we have already this pre-placed order block in which we had a good pivot around from. This order block of course had support from the previous structures here and here as well, and even here it looks like, probably even further as we are looking at. It is definitely an interesting area for support and resistance, but again, this general order block is starting from here around the 15th of July. But yeah, the other interesting area for me is around this 0.5, in which we have again order block right around that 34 cents area. Let's take a look at the volume here and very close structures. We can see that volume comes in here at the golden pocket. We do have some more volume here at this other order block as well. So those two are the two supporting areas that I would be looking for long potential, which would again rocket us out of here, these lows. So as a general or as a higher time frame structure, we would have this as a 1, 2, 1, 2, and then we would have higher prices in mind. So that's a bullish idea overall. Let's take a look at the bearish one. We need to be zooming out for this one. Let's go back to daily. And this one is saying that we don't have it completed, this whole structure. Overall, again, we would have this as WXY into these lows, then again ABC into the X, and then we would have some more structures coming down. At the moment, I would look this as same as we had on the bullish structure, where we would have this as 3 waves, and this would be 3 waves like so, into W of intermediate structure or intermediate degree. Then we would have very short X wave here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 ending in A wave down here. This would also suggest the idea or support the idea which we had on the bullish structures, where we had this first leg as an A wave, B wave and then C wave. Again, that target minimum would be around the 44.7 cents area, in which wave B would be retracing 32% of this first move of this A wave. So that would be the minimum we would want to see. But again, this higher time frame count would suggest that we are still looking for downwards to take out at least the previous lows of this A wave for the C wave. However, on higher time frame, we are looking for to take out these lows over here around 11 cents. Do I see that very probable at the moment? No, not really. To me, it is very possible that we could be getting a larger retrace here and then dump down later on, and that would be suggested by Bitcoin and other indices or US market indices, but I just don't see that here at the moment. unless of course this B wave is going to be taking quite long here, and then we are going to get that dump later on. But yeah, let's go through these structures that we have here. At the moment this looks better as a 3-way move, like so, rather than the 5-way move that I presented on the bullish structure. Yeah, to me this looks way better as a 3-way move, which would suggest that this structure heading higher is a corrective one, and indeed we would be at some point continuing our trend downwards. At this moment again, I would want to label this the same, this wave X here, and now we would be looking for wave Y here. It is possible that we have that 5-way structure in here as that diagonal here. However, I'm not quite sure how else we're going to be labeling this. There are so many ways to interpret this. Why? Because there are so many overlaps in each of these structures. So we could be saying that this is an A wave, this is 3 ways back, and then again this would be 3 ways like so. So overall we would have a W, X and Y ending here. Why I don't like this particularly on this instance is just because we hadn't crossed beyond the previous wave W, which we are definitely looking at overall. So it is possible that this indeed here, this structure is completed as a 3-way move. Now we would be looking for pullback and another 3-way move here to target the 1-to-1 extension of the wave W. So yeah, again that would be climbing higher correctively though. At this point again, overall we would be wanting to see the 44.7 cent area for the B wave, if this is indeed the count that we're going to go for. But we're going to be having a lot of resistance coming up before we are even getting up there. Especially this area here around the 40 cents area, which is again a very round number. So a lot of people are going to having some kind of setup here, and this is going to be offered as a great resistance and a place where we could be looking for short setups again. But yeah, that is pretty much everything I want to cover on XRP at this very moment. We'll look into this structure again as it develops more later on. But if you made it this far into the video, I would appreciate the likes, and link to my free Discord server in the description below. And for now, I thank you for watching and hope you have an amazing rest of your day. See you in the next video. Bye bye.